Hello and welcome to Baby Steps in Create Studio 3 Part 12. I'm Tony at Tony's Tutorials and we're on version 3.4.2 of Create Studio 3 and we're going into a new project and we're going down the elements to where it says animated titles or animation titles. I can't remember what it's called exactly, and we're going to just pick this one here and just going to download it from the cloud server to our computer. Right, once that's done, I'm going to left click on the actual item itself, left click, drag and release left mouse button, and as you can see that's quite a long thing on the timeline. As you can see, you can't see the end of it, so what we're going to do is use this track at the bottom where it tracks how long the timeline is. You can make it shorter or longer. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it to the left, and as you can see it makes the object smaller and makes the track longer, or the thing there, yeah, right. The timeline, the track of the timeline is now up to 22 seconds on there, or maybe 24 or 23, and obviously it's made the object smaller. The object is actually not just one object, it's a group, as you can see with that little triangle in that top right corner there. That denotes that it's a group. Right, now if I just select that group, I'm not into it. Look, it says there open group, open group. I'm not in the group yet, but as you can see it gives you things that you can change within the group from outside of it. You got your background, you got a shape which we haven't seen yet, but if you drag this along it'll show you the shape there, which is this rectangle. Right, and then you've got the words as well. Right, that looks pretty cool, so I'll just play it properly so you can see it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that, it's nice. Right, okay, so you can use that for like a title for the beginning of a video of some kind. Right, but as you can see you can change the text just by clicking on the text box and put in what you want to put. I'm just going to put Tony's Tutorials in there. And I'm just going to change that to simply subscribe. Okay, that makes sense. No, oops, I spelled it wrong. I put a B in, and you just seen that at the last second there. So we'll just see how that goes. Oh yeah, as you can see, that's a bit too big, and so we'll simply subscribe. That needs to be moved over. Right, so if you have things like that, you can click on the thing and change it if you wish. But what I want to do is, before I do any of that, before I change everything, I'm still on the outside of it, and you can change the colours by clicking on it like that. You can change your position, yeah, so it's too far over. It needs sizing, resizing a little bit, so we're going to make it a little smaller like that. And then there's simply subscribe there, click on that one, and I'm going to reposition it to -350. I should think that should be okay. Let's try that. Oh, a bit more, say 330. I think that might be better. That might be better. Maybe might need to go down a little bit. So let's go, say 9, say 100. We'll do 100 on that one. like that. Right, simply subscribe. Times tutorials. Right, so you can do that. You might want to change that to 300, I'd say, or something, maybe. Rather than there you go. That looks better, I think. Right, so if you have a problem with that, you can do it that way if you wish, right, to change it. And you can change the, you know, the font and that by just clicking on them. Change the font and that. You've got weight and everything there. And you format like this, for example. So you format, let's do it on the simply subscribe, right? You've got capitals, so you can have all capitals, you can have all little letters, or capitals and little letters. So you've got like a capital there, and all the rest are small letters, right? And that looks pretty good, right? So that's quite useful. The background, just change the colours. Basically you got a light colour and a dark colour for each of these here, which is the gradient difference. And you can change the gradient difference by clicking on the one, dragging it along, make it lighter if you wish, dark if you wish. And on this one, click on that one and change that to dark if you wish, lighter. Or if you wanted to, you could change this colour, say for example, to a blue, and that makes it like from pink to purple to blue, and so on. Or you can change the other one as well, or you can use the opacity, take the opacity down from 100 to about 50, and then it's semi-transparent. So if you wanted something behind the background, you could say somebody's walking up behind the background, you could have them walking up behind it, and that, and you'd be able to semi-see them. You wouldn't be able to see them fully, but you see them, see them partly by doing that, right? Also you can use this dropper to pick a colour of your choosing if you wanted to, like that black. So it's just brought in the black colour on there. See, like a dark grey colour. Oops, that's the border, sorry. I caught the wrong thing there. I'll click on there, and that colour should be that colour really, or blue. Let's do a blue, that's it. Let's do the lighter blue. So you can do that, right? And all of these, you can click on this side to get better information. You can click on the properties as well to add extra stuff there. That's useful for like the anchor and things like that. I'm not going to teach you about the track mate yet because that's too advanced yet, right? But as you can see, there's a lot of things there you can use with it before you even go into it. You can even add a motion before you go in, right? So you can bring the title in from the left or the right, say. So that's from the left. So click on it and then position from the left goes to the right. Yeah, so it comes in from the left, goes to the right. Let's just show you like that. You could do that. Don't have to do it. You could do any of those that are there. There's a lot of different things you can use to motion them in or motion them out even. So if you want to motion out at the end, so you can do scale down from there. So when you get to the end, scale down, you're going to make sure it was it, and you can make it take a long time to scale down. So it goes there, and watch this like that, right? You can do that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it, just try different things as you're going along. And the loop, if you want to do things in the middle, you can do, right? So you go on the loop and you scale in and out there, so you can take that across, right? So we do this, watch. Did you see that? So that's just added something in the middle, just using a loop. So you can do any of that if you want to. So that's what it's all about, doing different things with it. you need to explore it. Is the best way to. The shape is that there. You can change the shape colour to red or green or whatever colour you want to, and you could make it gradient if you wanted to. Now you got gradient colour there, and you could do that if you wanted to do that. Let's just take that back off and get it back to white. Right, let's just remove that as well. Don't want that. That's that one. I think we spoke about that. We just need to go inside it now. We double clicked on it. We could have gone up here. Let me just show you. We go on it, open group or open group here. Either one of them will do the same thing. Go into the group, right? As you can see, title there. That's a group because it's all locked together. And if you go into it, you'll see, and they're staggered over different areas, and it gives you different animations that have come from the right hand side that it's doing, as you can see there, like that. Right, that's the top animation that comes in from the goes into the top from the bottom, I believe. I mean, let's just see. Yeah, it goes into the top, up to the top from the bottom. And that one's bottom fade. So you know you can check them all out easily. That one's Tony's tutorials there. I just didn't change the title of it. That one's simply edit, and that was simply subscribe I put. But as you can see, you can easily change everything. There's not a lot, but as you can see, after this, that's where those end. After that, if you wanted to make them longer, you'd have to stretch that out, right? It's been made that long because that's as long as you want the actual animation, right? The animation been cut off at there, as you can see on this. The animation, once that gets to there, that's it, it's finished. But if you wanted to stretch it out, you could stretch it out. You'd have to go in, stretch that along to where you want it to reach, and then stretch them across. And this one can go across, but you'd get that mat in there. What you'd have to do is go into that one and stretch all them across to that length as well, right? If you wanted to do that, but you don't need to do that, so we're going to put that back, put that back. But if you needed to, for any reason, you can do that, right? So there we go. But I thought, well, I'll let you know about that and how you can sort things out. The lines, which are these lines here, actually it's just like a video of lines doing different I don't know what you can do with them, because it says a loop there, so you can make it loop more. You change the opacity, you change the scale, and you can detach the mask if you want to on there or not. I wouldn't bother, because it's obviously a masked video which just moves around. You can add your own motion to it if you wanted to make it do something different. Like so we go on here, click about here, and then go add mask to that. I mean add animation to that, and scale. You can scale it from there to there, and then on that bit you just change the scale and down like that, and then that there like that, right? So the scale from there, that's just wrecked it really. But that's what you do. You do something like, you could, if you wanted to do something like that, you could do it, right? And then you'd have to get it back up if you wanted to put it back up. You could put it back up, but I wouldn't do that. But if you wanted to do something like that, you could, right? So that's that one. Let's go down to another one. I want to show you something else before we finish. So let's go to some of the other ones. Let's just delete that. We've got some like just word ones here, like that one. I'll download that one a minute. and drag that across. As you can see, that's another group. Just click it, and as you can see, all the text is just called text for each one, and all you do is just click on each one of the boxes and change the text there. The line, which is, where is it, that line, you can change the colour of that line. Don't forget you can do that and change more options there. As well as that, you can go into it the same way as you do with the other stuff, by double clicking it or clicking on up here where it says open group. It should say open group there. Look, it says open group there. And then you can click on each one of these, which is another group, and change them via that, or you can add animations to those as well. Right, so remember, everything you've got, you can add animations to them, change them how you want. Let's go into that group and you can see how these have worked. Each one of these are going up slowly, bit by bit, letter by letter. So how you get one going up by letter, let's go to that. As you can see, it's going up to the top and it's going back down to the bottom. Now if you go up to the top, you click on the preset settings, it's going forward and it's going by letter. If you click on the letter there, so what I've done is clicked on that and it's come up with that. Right, so click off that, click on that with the left mouse click button, the preset settings come up and it shows you that it's letter by letter instead of word by word. If it was word by word, it would come up differently. Right, and forward is the way it's come, so it's coming from the front to the back. If you do it from reverse, it'd be that way, and random would go either way. Then you got your letter offset, so it would offset where it's coming from, and that, and you got your position, your user fade, and your smooth is the easing, and you can add advanced settings as well. So you can position, you can change the rotation and the skew, so you can skew it in a different way and stuff like that. So you've got lots of options here. You can just go into them, explore them as much as you can, because it's well worth trying them out. Try the rotation. I dare you to try the rotation. That's really funny, that is. When you see the rotation on them, you can make some really good effects using rotation on them. Okay, so try them, rotating letter by letter. It's really good. Something like 45 degrees. Just say 45 degrees rotation, right? We can do that, and let's just show it. See how that was. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Right, so you could do something like that. Anyway, let's go back to the timeline. Let's just play it again. See how the bottom one come up then like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Right, so you could do things like that. Right, next, let's go further down, see if there's anything else. I think there's a couple more things I wanted to show you with because there's tons of these. I wanted to show you one of these with the boxes. Bring that on. Excuse me. Right, let's put it back over there, sorry. As you can see, that is also a group. Obviously it's going to be a group, and if you got it selected like I have, you can see everything you can change. You can change the main box, you change the box color, and you can change all the words. Click on the extra stuff there, you can check all that out. You've got your main box, you can change the color, you can add a border. Like I said, with the border, you've got to go into the group to change the border width, sorry, to get the board showing, and I'll show you that in a minute, and stuff like that. Right, so you can change the scale and everything. So let's just change the colour for now of that one to a light blue. Right, now we're going to go into the actual group and say that one, I want to change the border of that, so I want to put a border on, and I'm going to put border width 10, now 50, put border width 50, so that's the grey border. Right, now I'll go back at it, I'll look at it and say, I don't like it grey, let's change it to a different colour. But I don't want to go back in, so we'll just click there and go to the main box, then border, change the colour to green, right, and then go there and it's changed to green automatically. Okay, so that's why you can do that, so you can change it outside the actual group if you wish. Right, so that's useful for those sort of things. I mean, you can change the other box as well to a different colour if you wish, like have it red, and you can change the technical director to white. Change that to white, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? And put it to white and have it more bold if you could. Okay. Title, white, bold. Let's try a bigger, that one, like that. Okay, bold, black, that'd be better. There you go, technical director. There you go. Right, so look at that. Now it looks different. Now, so you can there's a lot of things you can change here. You can go into it and change things. Now, it's exploring it is the best way to learn. You know, I mean, as you can see, what did they do here? They didn't use any added animations from this. They used the main settings on the motions here, these motion settings here, to do all these: elastic up, elastic down, elastic up, elastic down, elastic up, elastic down, and they staggered them out according to where they wanted them to be. Right, as you can see, look, it's very easy. They've done certain things in certain ways to get them the way they wanted them to match up as best they wanted them to. You know what I mean? So if you explore these, you'll understand how they're done. It'll help you as well. As well as that, remember, with these motions, you can stretch them, make them longer and shorter, according to how fast you want them to come in and how fast you want them to go. And that can also make a change in the way it works. So delve into it and try them out. That's the best way to learn as well. So don't be scared, because you can always undo whatever you've done. Right, if you just want to try things out before you actually use them, try them out, and you know, you'll understand how things work better that way. But I hope this has been useful to you, and I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. But please do check things out, try different things. If anything goes wrong, you can always restart the computer, restart the app, restart the computer or whatever. There's nothing going to be damaged really badly unless you're doing an actual job for somebody and you try messing about with it then. Always test your stuff out before you do a project. Okay, so if you want to use something, check it out before using it on a project. If you make a mistake with it, you can always start again and try again and practice until you get it right before you put it in your project. That's the best way to do it. That's what I would suggest. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials. Thank you very much for watching, and I really do appreciate you watching my channel, and hope to see you next time. Thank you.